What it do, Tank? Say again. I ain't even got your mic on yet. Oh, yeah. Most definitely. We about to jump into this.
Welcome to Vegas Live, the show where we engage in healthy debate on a wide array of topics, ranging from entrepreneurship, relationships, current events, true crime, entertainment, and anything else that may pop up. Each week, we bring you that fire, intense, funny, and engaging discourse. Whether you're single, married, well off, or well enough, you're in the right place. So sit back, kick your feet up, and let's dive into Vegas Live. And now your host, Vegas Gates.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back to another episode of Vegas Live. It's Wednesday. You know what we do.
We back. Yeah,
We
back.
And as always, we're diving into the stories that got everyone talking. Whether it's on the field, in the headlines, or in the heat of public opinion. Today, we got a double dose, Reg. Today, we got a double dose of the drama that's shaking up the world of sports and public opinion and all that. See, first, we're gonna be unpacking the whole Shannon Sharpe saga.
Yes, sir.
A man who's built his legacy both on the field and behind the mic.
Yeah.
Like we doing right now, right?
Yeah.
Now he's facing very public controversy. See, the question is, how does this affect his career, his credibility, and the way we view maybe him or any sports personality that matter? You know, see, it's just another case of a public figure being put under the microscope, or is there more to this story? See, that's what we're trying to find out today. Is it more to the story? We want to hear your opinion. We want to hear your perspective. And then after that, we going to shift gears, right? We going to shift gears to this whole NFL draft saga about Shedeur Sanders. We all know him, son of legendary NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders. There's been a lot of controversy on him being drafted in the 5th round. Some think he should have went a lot earlier, yada, yada, yada. There's we're talking about racism. It's a whole bunch of stuff surrounding this Shedeur Sanders controversy. Was it fair? Or did the hype around his name overshadow his talent? See, that's what I believe. I don't know about Reg. See, was this a win for Shedeur? Or a missed opportunity for teams that overlooked him in the earlier rounds? Welcome, ladies. We breaking it all down and asking the big questions. What does this mean for Shedeur's future? What does it say about how young athletes are evaluated in today's game? I'm pretty sure my young lady can maybe speak on something about that.
Hey, G, before you introduce them, they just walked in. I was going to ask you, have you seen that shit going around about 100 men can beat a gorilla?
No, I ain't heard that.
That's what's going on. That's what's going on.
Real quick, let me finish this.
Yeah.
So pull up a seat, grab your drink of choice, grab your smoke of choice, and let's get into it. And as always, we want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the live chat. This is Vegas Live, where your voice is part of the conversation. Let's go. What is cracking? How are you guys doing on this beautiful Wednesday, North Las Vegas? Shay, you should have prepped her. So you should have prepped. You should have prepped.
You might want to bring
Testing
it up.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah, it's on. It's on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on. I just had it down a little bit low.
Okay.
So we gonna jump into it. You guys, please hit the like button as we jump in. And as we have our regular co-host in here, we got Mr. Reg. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in there, man. We hang. Shay, this your first time back in like 3 weeks? Or was you here a couple weeks ago?
It ain't been that long, man.
It hasn't been that long. Don't put me out there.
And we got Shay in the building.
I was ready to roll last Wednesday.
You was ready to roll? Yeah. What happened? Why did I quit?
up.
Why did I
was getting ready for the show on last week.
Oh yeah. I had a rough week. I had a rough week. Yeah, I had to. I was working. And we have a very special guest. I'm gonna let Shay introduce her.
This is my daughter Noelle. Hi.
Welcome to the show.
all the way from
You
Michigan.
are on the big screen now. You're going to be on the big screen for the most of the point. They don't need to see me. They just need to see your pretty face, and we're going to go from there. So what brings you to Las Vegas, Noel?
Well, Jaden, my son, he had the spring game in LA, so we went to that, and then I ended up getting stuck here on Monday.
Okay.
So
I see you rocking that Trojans hat.
Fight on.
Is that who your son plays for?
Yes.
What position? What position does he play?
He is a linebacker, middle.
Linebacker. Tell the people what to look for, what number to look for this upcoming season.
He is 31.
31. Linebacker, Mr. Jaden Walker.
What's the deal with the Trojans upside down?
It's just the style of the whoever made the hat.
Oh, okay.
I like it though.
Okay.
But it makes you notice it, right?
Yeah, I thought it was maybe a new style or something that the team's doing. Or something.
Yeah, no, it's a company called Wood Grail.
Okay.
Wood and Grail. So I ordered it from them.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Well, we gonna get into it. Let me make sure. Boy, I'm about to say, boy, if this audio wasn't on, I went through all that, it was gonna be a problem because I wasn't about to go through it. So we gonna jump right into it, man. We gonna jump right into it. Where y'all want to go first?
Shay.
Where y'all want to go first?
Where are we going? I thought we were talking Shedeur.
You want to go
Yeah.
Shedeur first?
We
Well,
walked in on that.
you are the guest. So we're gonna jump right into the Shedeur conversation. And hey, look, let me know if I do have a call-in number. If you guys do want to call in, let me know in the chat if you do like to call in. I'm trying this new call-in number out, so I want to, I want to hear from you guys. So let me know if you do want to call in. You can stay anonymous. You ain't got to say your name and anything like that. But we want to hear from you. So as you know, Shedeur Sanders, there's been a lot of hype, around this whole draft and whatnot, and the hype and whatnot. And a lot of people just thought he should have went earlier, And now, I'm hearing, they're racist. They want to quiet the black man. They want to do this. They want to do that. It's all because of Deion. What do you guys think? Jump in. What do you think in the chat? Jump in. Let me know.
What you thinking, Noe?
I see both sides. So I feel like there is a little bit of racism in there.
Think?
Yeah, totally. I feel like the NFL wanted to make an example of him. Like, you're not ever going to be higher than us. Maybe to humble him, because it doesn't make sense that he was projected first round and he was like 144th, I think.
See,
but I also feel like with his dad, you still have to understand your place and control your emotions, because it will bite you in the ass later on. So
yeah, I don't feel that it was anything racist. I mean, I think it had a lot to do with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I don't know if this is true, but I heard he didn't do very well in his interview. He came in late with that cocky attitude. And then you have his dad that goes on a talk show and talks about how he's not going to allow his son to play for certain teams. So I feel like there was an example being set from higher up, saying like, "Oh, okay."
But they let Eli do it. I've been seeing a lot of that. They say they let the Mannings do it.
Mm-hmm.
Choose what team he was gonna go to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I see that comparison.
But did him or his father, anybody come out and say that I'm not going to allow Eli to play for certain teams?
I think
It's
Deion
similar.
said
Yeah.
that because he knows he's been there before. So why not give your son guidance?
No, I do understand that, but
Yeah.
I do think it was higher up that said, oh, really? So we'll just see how.
Make an example.
Yeah, but I don't think it had anything to do. I'm gonna say I hope they're not being racist, because it's a lot of brothers on the team making them a lot of money,
But
making them
also,
rich.
too, it doesn't
It wasn't
matter.
for
Though,
them.
like, you think Alabama, that like we're talking about college football, all those people are racist and they still are diehard Alabama fans because the black men are performing, they're getting, wins and stuff. So
yeah.
But how can we yell racism? Reg, I want you to jump in after this. How can we yell racism? With I don't know the number of black athletes that were picked in the first round, but we do know Cam Ward was the number one quarterback or number one player, period, taken in the draft. So how can we yell racism? Reg?
I'm not gonna say racism, but my part is like Shay said, it did have a lot of part to do with Deion. But the problem with me with that, people they saying the coach is talking about Deion and trying to take my job. That's on the owner who they hired. It ain't got nothing to do with. Nobody said Deion was gonna be on the field. None of that. They just threw that in there. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was some BS. Because first of all, so what? I'm not talking against you. So what if I did bad in my interview? I'm here to play. You know what I'm saying? You see what I can do on the field.
Right, but you don't walk in saying, I'm not going to show up for practice. I'll get there when I get there.
No, he ain't that type of player. He ain't that type of
I
player.
heard I don't know if that was said. Like, you could be late because my performance shows. Like, I don't need
he's not raised like that. And that's another thing. They was trying to say all different stuff was coming out. No. Like I said, if you did bad in the interview, that's you trying to see where I can go. So if I'm projected to go first round, I go to number 144. It's something behind the scenes. Like I said, the old buddy program, they called, we're going to show his daddy off.
That's what I think. I think it had a lot to do with his dad.
And you said he was cocky. You might take it as cocky, but I'm confident. I'm
not
cocky. I'm just confident.
I agree. But when you're confident, people take that as you being stuck up.
But is that my fault the way they perceive me though?
Yes,
I get it.
Yes, because when you're going into any business, I don't care what business you're going to, right? You have to go in there, present yourself well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm trying to get this job.
Right.
He's trying to enter into their business. So he should have been doing everything to make sure that happens. That means showing up for the combine, even though I know some players skip the combine, but I'm going to be at that combine. I'm going to the draft. I'm not building this extravagant room. All that was kind of like you trying to me, that doesn't show like that's like selfishness to me. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur's been coddled all his life.
Has he though?
Come on.
So has Bill Gates and kids and all that. Everybody else kids.
Johnny Manziel, daddy name was rich, right? They was rich.
So they say. I don't know.
Okay, we gonna go off what they say. His net worth was up there. They didn't build no draft room. He showed up to the draft.
Everybody's different, bro. You can't.
Okay, everybody's different. So if this is how you want to display it, I wouldn't want him in my locker room because it comes across as selfishness. It comes across just like we talk about these young kids, some of these young kids today, where they act entitled, like they're owed everything. Deion has been telling this kid, I think he's coached him all his life. So he hasn't had to really deal with any adversity, really starting. He took him from Jackson State. You coming over here and starting. He probably didn't even have to compete.
That ain't no different than the lawyer taking his son to his buddy law firm over here. And he's supposed to do that for his son.
That's his law firm.
But you said you wouldn't want him in the locker room.
That's his law firm.
You say you wouldn't want him in your locker room, right? So if you got rules, you can't record in the locker room. We can't record in the locker room. Give a man a chance to tell him that before just not picking him and telling people not to pick him up.
Hey man, that's their.
Maybe you're just supposed. That's just something that's supposed to be known. That this is what you do not do.
This is a new era. Everybody's recording everything. Deion older son all been following them around recording for their whole life.
Right.
So that's nothing new. The NFL so-called do a background check on you. They would know that.
Well,
I agree with Kip. What's up, Crip? Hey, Ashley. Ashley, you want the link? Let me know. Ashley, want the link? I gotta send it to you. Yeah, he should have sat his ass down.
But he shouldn't. You saying he should water himself down to get in?
Not water herself down. I'm not saying water herself down. Treat it like a job interview. Reg, if you're trying to get hired at the MGM or Public Service, wherever it is, they have expectations when you walk and sit down in that interview, in that chair for that interview. You're not gonna come in there. You're trying to get that job, so you're supposed to do everything it is to get that job. Now, you can't complain if you're walking in. This is their business.
That's a corporate job. You saying
this is their business, though.
My field play shows you what I can do. The interviewers shouldn't be drop me from a top pick to 144.
But I don't think it's that might play a part. But again, I believe they were making an example out of his dad. Saying,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But like G's saying, you have to play the role. Yeah. You play. It's like I'm us.
Watering down.
Hold on. We all know where we're from, right?
Yeah.
But when you go to work or you're in front of certain people, you're on the phone with somebody, your tone, you speak differently. Your words, you choose differently than hanging out with your homies, hanging out here. You're going to speak differently. You're going to act differently. It's playing the game until you get there. And once you're in, then you can speak and talk like.
I get that. I get that, but it's a little different because it's sports.
It doesn't
Like,
matter.
yes, it do.
But who's running?
It's
Who's
still
running
a
the sport?
business,
Yeah.
But who's running the sport?
That's true. That's why I took my son to Canadian League after he didn't go to secondary. I took my son to Canadian or play for what's that new league, whatever they got now. I'll show y'all.
But can I say this? This might be a blessing in disguise.
How?
Oh,
He
yeah.
lost $40 million. How? What's the blessing?
Because guess what? He might make
He's gonna make
the
more.
Browns
Yeah.
just they come out kicking everybody's butt. Then
They not.
He got
I'm just saying,
he got to win a
prove-
job over 4 other quarterbacks.
But if he prove okay,
Yeah, they got 5 quarterbacks.
he might get in there and get his
and-
chance. Somebody might get hurt, and he gets his chance to get in and shine. And then these other coaches or teams can see what they missed out on.
And real quick, let me respond to D Greens. I love black folks when they talk about this coon talk. D, who you work for? What white man hired you, bruh? I'm just talking about the reality in this world. Everybody, I can't stand black folks to always jump on this racism bandwagon
white.
like they're being held back.
I'm half white, but yeah.
Well, thanks for letting us know that. We appreciate it. Let me keep it in plane. Keep it in plane. What's up, bro?
But
How
she's
you
so
doing?
black, though.
I love her. I love
Man, what's going on?
I
I-
keep telling my grandson, do not be stay
Well,
away.
I feel like it's both, right? Like
Yeah.
I do feel like it's both, but yeah, I don't know. There was no allegations, nothing bad around Shedeur.
all the way till
Nothing. So
Yeah.
I just feel like
Yeah.
it's kind of similar to Colin Kaepernick as well. Kaepernick, yeah, how they did him. So
Man, to me, he was circus.
Blackballed him.
Kip, how you doing, bro? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, what's going on, Gates? Salute. Hello to the panelists. How y'all doing, ladies? I'm gonna give you a special hello to the ladies. How y'all doing? And you guys ladies may want to cover their ears up, but what I'm about to say,
They
But
were.
I just wish black people would just sit their ass down sometime. Stop talking about racism all the time. I'm so sick of that shit. I'm tired of Dion and I'm tired of his son. Go play ball and shut the fuck up. How many people their son didn't get drafted in the NFL and had to sit back and say, okay, well, son, we got to try another route. Let's try something different. Man, you there? Be quiet. Go play ball. I'm tired of all that. It's too goddamn
really
much.
And to me, it's really that simple. It's really that simple. Reg, it's okay to be confident. It's okay to be cocky. It's okay to talk shit. But when it's time to get the job, you say, this is what it's gonna take to get this job.
Humble yourself.
Be humble.
You know what that it wasn't being talking. He said the words he said was if you want me to change the culture of your team.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were a high draft pick, what has your team been doing? Losing. So he changed the culture to winning. That's what he was saying. He ain't saying we're coming in, we're gonna be having rap parties, all throwing videos. He's saying, pick me. We're gonna change the culture of your team.
He said if you don't want to change a culture, don't pick me.
No. He's right.
Right.
So your culture.
So a lot of teams like, no, I don't want to change this culture.
So
okay.
you want to keep losing.
So he basically no. But if he was talking about winning, he should have said winning.
Guys, he had a losing record. He had a losing record at Colorado.
We talking
Stop
about
it. I understand that. I get it. What have he done? He didn't win nothing. He ain't won a bowl game. Him or his daddy. I'm not hating against them. I mean, I like Dion and all that kind of stuff. I do, but man, come on, this stuff is blown totally out of proportion. Dion, let your boys go. Let them go on over there and play ball. Sit down and shut up and coach. That's what you need to be trying to do. All that old other stuff and jumping on all these different shows and all these panels and all this old foolishness, man. Coach and shut up and let your boys grow up and let them do what they got to do and let other people coach them. Man, that's over with.
Tell me one thing.
Go ahead, Red.
Tell me one thing Deion said since Shedeur went the 144 pick. What have Deion said?
I ain't heard him say much of nothing. I'm just saying I'm just saying all the stuff prior to that. And all that stuff, man. Let that go, man. That stuff. Come on, just coach, man. Do your job, coach.
Teach your son to be a leader and a winner. That's all I see.
Well, I think you've taught him enough. I think he got enough information and direction on that. You gotta let him go. You gotta let him go figure this out on his own. He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right.
How many parents jump in with the say so about that? Well, we know you are.
I didn't jump in, but
no, but
yeah.
But you know what I mean? How many get out there, get on TV and talk about, you know, their son, where they going to play, what they're going to allow them to do.
But you're always going to be a parent just because he's in the NFL and Deion
Right,
went through it.
But we talking about the NFL here. We're not talking about life. We're talking about the NFL. That's what we're talking about right now. We're not talking about life. Now, if he want to keep giving his son directions in life, that's great. But he's got to let him move about in this NFL. Deion can't play ball no more. That's over for him. Now he can go and let his sons play ball. That's what he need to let them do.
Man, I agree with Shay was saying, because if that was my son, I'm not gonna say he ain't gonna be able to play. Right. Boy, if you go in Alaska, if that's a pro team, and I'll be there with my jacket on, chin you on. Yeah. You finna get drafted 1, 2, or 3. Boy, we're going to Alaska.
But I feel like he should have known, like, you got to be careful what you say at all times.
But especially as a black man, you can't be emotional. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm kind of half and half.
Y'all got to understand. Little bit. Deion wasn't raised by no daddy. Deion didn't have his dad around him most of the time. He was raised around emotional women, and that's why he get emotional sometimes. I ain't got nothing against Deion. He don't act like no nigga like me that was raised around men who told you to shut the hell up, nigga, and go over there and sit down and do what you got to do. He wasn't like that. You know, I can just tell he always talk about what his mama showed him and what his mama said. Say something if somebody say something back to you. Come on, man, be quiet sometime. You gotta let certain things go over your head and just don't talk and go to work and let it show. Now, Deion had a great career in the NFLs and the pros. I adored Deion when he played in college and also in the NFL. I don't take anything away from him. But what I'm trying to say is this. Sometimes you can go too far with it. And I feel as though maybe, in my opinion, he's going too far with it. Let his boys go and grow. Let that boy grow up and do what he has to do. Now, that's where I look at it. I may be wrong.
He went in when he got drafted. He was cocky. He was sitting up there, you know what I mean? He was
playmaker. He had a reason.
But he sat there next to his mom, being all real cocky, talking about, you know, the big entourage.
It's better to be humble and be by your mom. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, okay. Be humble. I mean, you can have the confidence, but like again, I just think there's a time and a place. Mm-hmm. You got to wait until you get way up here.
So D Green said tap dance for Massa.
Right. Okay. And see,
I didn't say tap dance.
But this is what he said, right? And so this is the part that cracked me up, right? They like guys like this, they say tap dance for Massa. See, because what they'll do, they'll say, oh, the system ain't fair. It ain't fair. They're gonna do this. And then as soon as they get the slight bit of evidence, they act surprised. Don't act surprised. If it ain't fair, go out there and create your own.
I don't get it.
You got to tap dance for Master.
Make your own.
I work for myself every day, so ain't no tap dancing for Master. So if you ain't got your own, if you don't have no LLC in your name and you're working for yourself, you tap dancing for Master.
So you got to water yourself down to get in anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So y'all say water yourself down.
And here's my thing. Here's my thing. If you had a black NFL owner, I believe he would have believed the same exact thing. Like, nah, I'm not dealing with this headache. Shut up and come play football. Carry yourself in here the right way. It ain't about tap dancing for Massa. Right. It's about you're about to be the face of my team, my organization, the leader in the locker room. What am I drafting in here? How much? I'm about to give you how many million, Reg? Okay. I'm about to bring you how many million?
Yeah.
Welcome, Tank. How you doing, bro? Let me hear what you're talking about.
Yeah. What up, Tank? Go ahead, Tank. Yeah.
Tank, go ahead. Bro.
Wait, I'm trying to get settled.
You good? Shay, you were saying something. We'll give you some time to get settled.
I'm just play the game until you get to where you want to be, and then once you hit this level to where you can actually talk all that, you can act that way.
He thought he was Deion,
but I'm saying
he thought he was already Deion.
Can talk all that because he's been there.
He got the yellow jacket. Deion got the yellow jacket.
That's
Shedeur. He got blown out at Colorado's bowl game. He didn't even act like he was interested in playing the bowl game.
Ain't won nothing. Now I get it. Deion have turned some programs around. I get it to him. He have done that. But when it come down to, the winning in these certain games, he ain't came through. Come on, just focus on coaching, man. I really believe this is going to be his best coaching year because his boys ain't around him no more. I really believe he's going to put on a hell of a coaching job, and they might do a lot this year. Now, that's my opinion.
Right. We'll definitely see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tank, what you got for us, bro? I definitely want to hear your opinion on this situation. Tank, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Check 1, check 2. Tank probably can't hear us.
Yeah, I'm trying. My phone keep connected.
Okay.
Yeah, my watch keep connecting to it. And
Reg, I wish Sean would call in and check out because we had a discussion about it on the phone. I want him to make his thoughts public. You know what I mean? Because it's a good conversation. To me, you're gonna have your opinion. I'm gonna have my opinion.
Yeah.
Great conversation, Gates. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, and I don't have to do name calling just because you disagree with me, Reg.
No.
It's just a conversation.
That's all.
Right?
I'm gonna wrap that up in the end. So about you, about just conversation. Tank to the left.
Yeah, Tank jumped off. So let me ask you, Noel. All right, with your son, being in college football, there's going to be a time I'm praying that he's going to be in this position. You know what I mean? How will you handle when your son gets to that whatever his junior, senior year, when he's entering, that draft? How will you handle it?
Well, I feel like I had to control my emotions even going through the recruitment process.
Mm-hmm.
Being a single mom and coaches thinking like, oh, you're a girl or a female, you don't really know. You don't know the questions you need to ask, I think I was treated a little differently than somebody that maybe was married or had a male figure there.
Right.
But I did have to learn to control my emotions a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it is a business. They'll sit there and lie to your kid,
Mm-hmm.
And what I will say is what I did like is because originally Jay was gonna. Oh, is that how to hear? No. He originally committed to Michigan State.
Yeah.
Was that verbal?
It was a verbal
commitment.
Verbal. And of course she was happy because her baby's gonna be close.
An hour and a half away.
Right, that's close. And then here comes USC that wants him to come down, and take a look.
For a visit, yeah.
And she said, you know what? I want him to go that way. He would never have that what if.
Yeah.
He didn't,
He explained why he wanted to. He said,
What's your son's name? What's your son's name? I'm sorry. What's your son's name?
Oh, you're fine. Jaden Walker. He's at USC. He's a linebacker.
What college he goes to?
He's at USC.
Okay, I can follow him. I want to check him out. Wish him well. He's a freshman, sophomore.
Redshirt freshman, so sophomore.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll check him out.
That she, let him make that decision, even though
it was so
she
hard.
wanted him to stay there.
Yeah.
She was like,
but he said, we were Michigan State was going through new coaches and things. And so he said, I just want to see it's the same thing. I have to meet this new staff. Mm-hmm. I want to meet this new staff as well. And I had to let him go.
Right.
Yeah, good. Any NIL money he's getting?
Man, you asking, hey Kip, you asking too many personal questions.
No, that's not personal. That's on the books. That's on the books. All that's on the books. All that's on the books.
I'll let her answer.
Yeah, he is getting NIL money.
That's great. That ain't personal. G Gates.
Okay, my bad, Kip. I thought it was.
You all right? You all right?
I would be like, don't worry about my.
Yeah, there you go. Look at my brother has one of my older brothers got a grandson. He's at TCU. He's going into his sophomore year, and he's getting NIL money as well. So he's a defensive end. So
it's a good thing for the boys.
Yeah.
Tank, let's hear from you, bro. What you got for us, bro?
all right, well, yeah, just on this Shedeur thing. Like I say, I can believe it's some racism, and I can believe it's some. We'll show you Deion. But like I say, Deion did exactly what the Mannings did. Y'all got to remember that. And like Kip, I heard you tell them just shut up and play. They can't do that. See, because we saying shut up and play and just take what we get. You got to look where this dude come from. He come from money. Mm-hmm. So, yes, you're going to have a different attitude. If you got, your pop's already got millions. Mm-hmm. He ain't talking about the $50 million, $54 million he just getting. He's already established. Everybody already know this guy's mentioned as the greatest of all time as a corner, at least one of them. So, yeah, this guy going to come in cocky. He's been coached by his father since Pop wanted football. So, yes, that's all he got as an example, which is a good example. But we can't knock him because he's going in there with that cockiness. Because as a quarterback, and I've been coaching 30 years, as a quarterback, I need my guy to be a lead.
Mm-hmm.
So if he coming in there and just sit back and just take what they're giving, and like you said earlier, Reg, you know, if he done changed every way win. I heard Kip, you said that he lost at Colorado. Yeah, that was the first year they went 4-9.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went 9-4.
Losing record. Losing record.
Huh?
Losing record at Colorado.
Listen what I'm saying. That's what I said. 4-9. He was 4-9 the first year.
Yes, sir.
Then they turn around and go way above 500 the next year.
That's true, sir.
So and then I
was just saying as a starter, I don't mean to cut you off. As a starter at Colorado, he had a losing record as a quarterback, as a starting quarterback. That's all I was saying.
Actually, it came out to 500. It came out to 500. So
that's not a first rounder. That's not a first rounder.
Hold up, no, listen what I'm saying. All them other cats was in D1s. He didn't get to do 2 years, the other 2 years as freshman year, sophomore year. He was at Jackson State. And when he was at Jackson State, what did he have? Y'all don't want to consider that because it's not a
no.
He was winner both years.
Yeah, but he, like I say, all I'm saying is this, my friend. I got you. When it came down to winning it all, they lost.
Well, it's tougher.
Okay, brother.
It's tougher. See, you see how high you put him. You want to put him way up there on the pedestal. You put him.
Nah, Deion did that.
But Deion did that. His daddy did that.
No. Listen what I'm saying.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Up there, whether Deion did it or not. But they only had 2 years to do it. These other programs already had those dogs in there because you need that interior line, which he was back there behind the offensive line that didn't give him shit.
I agree. Right? It was kind of shaky. But you got to understand in the skill position, Deion had great players over there at Jackson State, and skill position over in Colorado, he had good players over there.
Listen what I'm saying. I've been coaching
go ahead, brother.
Sport. I've been coaching this sport for that long.
I got you, brother.
Playing in youth football. If you don't have an offensive line and a D line,
you're
not shit. I don't care how good you are. You running for your life, and that's what he did. So now give him that opportunity on the pro level to be that man with a good offensive line.
Nah, and see, everybody keep on talking about his offensive line. He was holding on the ball too long. What if it was he just wasn't reading the routes correctly? Everybody talking about the offensive line. You're holding the ball too long. Get rid of it. And Tank, you said that he did exactly what the Mannings did. Only on one point. The only thing he did was say, "I want my kid to play for there." Eli Manning went to the combine.
Yeah.
Eli Manning went to the hold on. Eli Manning went to the draft.
Yep. And he got drafted. He got drafted. He got drafted by the Mannings allowed it the process to work out. He got drafted by San Diego. It was the San Diego Chargers at that time. And Phillip Rivers got drafted by the New York Giants. And what they done was they traded for each other. That's how they wound up at those places that they did.
Okay, did you remember this?
Hold on, Tank, because Archie said he's not playing for San Diego Chargers. That's what his daddy said.
Right.
You're right, after the draft, but Archie said no, he's not going to San Diego after the draft.
You have to be, and you got to remember, you have to be invited to the draft.
So you trying to say he wasn't invited?
He wasn't invited.
Come on, man. Why wouldn't he be invited?
Listen to what I'm saying. The brother went from being number 2 pick, possibly number 1, to fall to 5. Come on, you got to see something wrong with that.
Who you talking about, Shedeur?
Yeah.
You thought Shedeur should have been a number 1 pick?
No, you're not listening. You missed what I said.
Oh,
I say what they said. These are the people that do it for a living. They said he could have been.
And they get it wrong all the time.
not top 5.
Yeah, they do. They get it wrong all the time.
I ain't saying they don't get it wrong.
Achilles Smith, you don't remember him?
You mean
I remember Achilles Smith. He was at Oregon, quarterback for Oregon, went to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Drafted by Cincinnati Bengals.
Kip, let me ask you a question. Was all the quarterbacks drafted before Shedeur better than him?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, but sometimes, look, I want to say this.
I gotta answer that. You ain't answer the question. Brother.
No, I'm gonna answer the question. Okay. Now, 4 is the stats and things of that nature. You know, Shedeur may have him beat out in a few things, but I mean, look, we all know if you just watching football and been watching it for a while, it's certain schemes that you get in, and man, you flourish in it. Joe Montana didn't have a strong arm. It was always quick passing, but he had great receivers, and they get down the field. It was what it was. I'm not saying like Cam Ward said, talked about him doing the bubble screens and things like that. I'm not even tripping on that. But if he get behind a good line and he got some good wide outs and a good back, he's gonna be all right. He can make those short passes and hope that that these guys take it to the house or matriculate down the field with the ball. As Hank Schramm would say. But I'm just saying, I'm sorry, man. I'm going too far back for y'all.
No, you ain't missed me. I know who he is.
Right.
And ladies, if you guys want to jump in, please jump in. I don't want to leave you guys out of the conversation. So if you want to jump in, please just chime in, please.
Yeah, no doubt.
I want to read what Ricky put. He said, "I respect everyone's opinion, but how can you basically say Shedeur can't be himself?" No one's saying that. Shedeur did nothing wrong. You guys saying he has to act a certain way, he can't be himself. Yeah, you can be yourself, but if being yourself is going into an interview nonchalant, act like you ain't interested and purposely sandbagging the interviews, that if that's being yourself and if that's the advice you're gonna give him to go into an interview.
Okay.
Shay, would you give your son that? Hey, go in there and just act just nonchalant.
No.
Go in there half-assed, and don't even try to act like you ain't trying to get the job. That makes no sense.
Right. And Ricky, when you work for certain companies or certain people, you're expected to talk a certain way.
Just say it, white people.
Like our job. Our job.
Proper English.
But hold on.
I don't know what he was talking about, so I ain't gonna say that.
Hold on. Just like at the hotel we work at, Ricky, we can't be ourselves and be like, "Hey, what's up?" It's good morning, good afternoon. They're expecting us to speak a certain way.
Nah, but Ricky said,
"Just
be yourself."
Good afternoon.
Just be yourself.
You're expecting yourself to be someone else.
What's that?
That's what that is. That's how I look at it.
In a way,
you speak your language.
Yeah, but
there's a time and a place.
Exactly.
So.
Thank you. A time.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think you know what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
Shay, have you ever hired somebody? Has anybody on the panel had to hire anybody?
Nope, but I've been hired.
Yeah, I did. I have.
You've had to hire somebody. So, Kip, let me ask you: when you go to hire somebody, aren't you like real particular? You may go to their Facebook and see what they doing, their speech on Facebook, and even when they come in, you're looking at how they come in, how they dress, what they're talking about, and all that. All that plays a difference when you're hiring.
And what else? You leave one thing out. What else you do, G?
You tell me. I can't read
background check.
Yes.
Background check.
So my background gonna tell you like I was saying, what I'm doing on the field. That's number one, and my background check gonna come back. Nothing.
Okay,
hold on. He did nothing off the field. No problems. Nothing.
Right.
Right.
So I still don't see him dropping to 144. That's
right. My thing is, Red, you can have like for my business, right?
Yeah.
When I have somebody come in, it's a guy, he can have all experience. Oh man, you got 10 years experience doing these pools. You ain't nothing this and that. But then it's like, oh, you like to do this. Oh man, that ain't gonna work for me. Yeah. Even though you great at the job,
right? You
do the job great, but damn, just that one little thing is just I can't deal with that.
It's just like your first date. Your first date is an interview, is it not?
Your first, yeah.
First date's an interview. Yeah. You go in, trying to represent your best self. In 6 months, the real you come out. The real you shows up.
Yeah. Well, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So put your best foot forward. That's that's what I say. But hey, man, look, I think Shedeur gonna be okay. I think he is. He's gonna have to take his share of lickings and things like that. Things shouldn't. He shouldn't expect everything to be easy. He should have to fight and earn that position if that's what he wants. And I feel like his father should just stay out of it and not criticize, not try to play Monday morning quarterback every Monday morning, and and let it be. Now they talk about the Mannings. I was on a show the other night. They talked trash about Archie Manning. I didn't like that. Anybody that grew up watching Archie Manning play, they know that man was on some sorry teams. And
he sure was.
he was on some sorry teams, man. And Archie wasn't a bad quarterback. He just never got a chance to play around talent. In my opinion.
Did you hear what you just said?
What's that, brother?
See, no, I'm stopping you right there. I'm gonna stop
Go
you
ahead.
right there. See what
Go
you
ahead,
just
brother.
said? That's the same thing with Shedeur in Colorado. He didn't have that best team. But now you're talking about Manny, he had this team, he was on some sorry teams, but he was a good quarterback.
Yeah.
You just gave that. See, you gotta remember what you said. I'm listening.
No, I got you, brother. I agree. I agree with you on what you said about the offensive line. I agree with that. I said,
But that's you gotta remember with any team, if you don't have nobody in the trenches on that O line and that D line, I don't care what type of athletes you have. Yes, he will be running for his life, G. That's why he was holding on to the ball.
Get rid of it. Throw it out of bounds.
You saying, well, he didn't get rid of the ball. Well, shit,
get rid of it
for his life.
Nah, he can't run. First of all, he can't run.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying he was running for his life. I'm not changing it up, but he was running for his life. When you look up and you 2 seconds, you got a damn defensive end in your face. What you supposed to do? Just throw it in the ground, get an intentional grounder, because a lot of shit that go along with it that we're not paying attention to. Because if you throw the ball in the wrong area of the field, that's intentional grounding. That's a 10, 15-yard loss. Maybe all depends on where the ball is at.
facts.
So Tank, let me ask you guys a question.
We gonna talk about Ricky because let me go with something.
Okay, go ahead.
Like Kip, you said, yeah, he gonna be all right, but like how you gonna get that 34 million back? Because from being the top 10 of is way to being the 5th round pick now, and it's Ricky. No, it's that wasn't not normal at all to me. Dropping all I watch Sports Center.
So when should he win? When should he have win?
I watch Sports Center every day. Them cats had him projected all that time, no less than top 7 to the Saints. All of a sudden, that draft it get closer and closer. Man, I was surprised. Round 1 went, he didn't get day 2, day 3. I'm like, come on, he should have went. If that one let me know it was a program they had. Well,
Right.
You asked the question. You asked the question. How could he get the 40 million back?
Yeah.
Well, he can get the 40 million plus that. All he have to do is win. When before the system did what they did, I was already gonna get that money, guaranteed contract. Now you telling me I got to earn something, which I already earned it by showing that I was able to play our system. Like y'all said, he ain't winning nothing. He ain't winning nothing.
I would a lot of
he folded up. He folded up when it was time to win. Look, the man he folded up, man. He just folded up like a poop tent.
What you want him to win the bowl game?
Yeah, he should have won that bowl game. He should have been playing to win the bowl game. You know, when they played the Celebration Bowl when he was at Jackson State and played against, they didn't win that. Or they got blowed out.
I know that's the real bowl. The Celebration Bowl is, like I say, that's mediocre.
Well, that ain't not to me. I mean, it's a lot of great players. It's a lot of great players that just get overlooked, though.
Right.
Maybe.
Right. So if he win those 2 bowl games, don't mean he's gonna be a number 1 or number 2.
No, I didn't say that. Now you got a point. I'm not saying that if he'd have been a number 1 pick or not. What I'm just saying is win when it count the most. Win when it count the most.
I agree with you on that. So this last thing I was gonna say. So we were talking about this all this time. So one thing that came to me yesterday was we all just speculating because nothing came out that said he did what Shay said in the interview. None of that came out.
Right.
So we don't even know. I know we just speculating on it because he came in there and just had a great interview and it just could have been about Dion.
Could have been. It could have been that. Maybe nobody wanted to deal with Dion every day. They probably want to deal with the Monday morning quarterback every day.
But Kip, who said Dion was going to be around?
He been around.
No,
he's been around. Dion talk too goddamn much at times. Sometimes he'll just be quiet, man. Be quiet sometimes.
He's been around because he's coaching his kids, like Tank said.
I get it.
Now let him when he go to the pros, Dion's out the way. And coaches, you ain't got to be worried about your job getting took because that's between the owner to hire Dion. Dion never said he want to go to the pros.
I was gonna say again, and then I'm gonna kind of move to something else.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to say something after you.
But again, I don't think they were really worried about him being in the way. I just think they didn't like what he said.
Oh, okay.
What Dion said. That's just my personal opinion.
Could be.
We don't know.
Yeah,
that's true.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, if I was Shedeur, I would just be very petty and be like, make everyone feel that. Like, y'all pick me 144. Okay, got you. Watch this.
But let me answer that too.
Thank you.
The team that picked you 144 passed you too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
but do you know
you can't.
right now,
Which
I would still. I don't know. I would just.
I might throw it.
Petty boots.
I might throw a pick six on my first throw.
Okay.
See,
So
I hate. See,
y'all
I
know
don't.
this?
I'm not sure.
go ahead, Tank. Go ahead, Tank.
His jersey right now. His jersey is the number 2 selling jersey.
True that.
Out of the draft class.
Yeah.
Already.
That's sympathy. That's sympathy.
No,
They already got him going speak at high school.
This is what I'm saying. He's number 2, right?
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is this: it's not being sold through the NFL.
Well, how is that possible? That's what I thought.
It's not an NFL jersey then.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
NFL got the merchandise license.
But he's making the money. And then, like I say, the draft pick. I just want to go back because I was trying to get into y'all.
Okay.
Okay. And then, like I say, you are still a fan, right?
Right.
You guys still haven't picked up a quarterback, right?
Right.
Because y'all waiting on Aaron Rodgers.
That's what they say.
Right. So y'all picked up a quarterback that y'all already had, Randolph or Rudolph.
That didn't make no sense. That didn't make no sense.
So that's what I'm saying. So that was an opportunity right there. If you needed a quarterback, you didn't take him. Like I say, with that one, with the Saints, those are the teams, and even the Giants took this guy that's.
Is it possible he's just a 5th rounder?
No.
Huh?
Is it possible that he's
No.
just a 5th rounder?
No.
I say he was.
No, he wasn't. Not with them other quarterbacks going in front of him. You selected the best.
What about the other one? Yeah, the other one went from. Was they
I
fifth round?
believe he went right where he should have went. He took way too many sacks. Like Kip said, he never won a bowl game. He wanted to kick it. He wanted to flash his watch. That's what he wanted to do. He's been coddled all his life. He's never been out the comfort zone of his dad. The offense was catered around him. Let's pad these stats. Let's run these plays for my son. Let's get him up in there. We don't even know if he was good enough to start at Colorado.
Okay,
Because another quarterback never got the chance.
we have to move on.
I agree with G Gates on that, but I mean, he came in saying, he bringing his Louis luggage and his son was part of the Louis luggage. So that's what it was, so nobody ever got a chance to much compete for that job. It didn't matter what, I mean, it would have taken Shedeur, to get hurt in order for someone else to step up and maybe try to do that job. But no one else was ever given that opportunity. Y'all know it's the truth.
G, you said maybe he's a 5th rounder, right? So somebody told me this, like possibility. The Raiders signed Geno for 2 years. So the Raiders could have got Shedeur, let him sit for 2 years behind Geno, learn, and come in. So he wouldn't be a 5th round no more if he gets they got experience.
I get it. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. It'll be okay.
Before we go on,
we'll see. But right now it's a discussion.
We be talking about and Shedeur all night.
We jumping out. We moving on. We moving on.
Let me ask you.
Good luck to Shedeur and the Deion Sanders family.
I
We wish him
ask
well.
a question that has to do with Shedeur really quick. Do you guys feel sorry? Like, how do you guys feel about that prank call?
That was shady.
I mean, I thought it was hella shady.
They took the high road. I ain't the high road.
Yes.
But do you think the dude's father should have lost his job?
He got fined,
but
I don't think he should. I don't think he should lose his job unless he was part of it. Unless he was part of
it. He got fined a total of $350,000 altogether.
Yeah.
Hold on, one at a time, please. Tank, what you say, Tank?
I say the team got fined $250,000 and the coach got fined $100,000 for his 21-year-old son. They want to make a child, but he's not a child.
He's not. But so shouldn't he been maybe suspended from school?
He's 21.
But he goes to college.
Oh.
He's out of college.
Not because it had nothing to do with his college.
School. Yeah.
You just
but isn't he
all the way through?
You say
representation.
Yes.
No. But he's not under contract for as far as what happened with the NFL, what he did with the NFL.
And then should his father's information like that shouldn't just be laying around because if it went to his phone, but
it was on his computer.
It was on his iPad or computer. Yeah. So let's say it wasn't his son; it could have been the maid, whoever had access.
But do you not know what's wrong is wrong and what's right? It's a home training.
No,
Jaden would never do something.
No,
like
I
that,
agree with you. But
Eric
the
would
fact
never do something like that.
No, I agree with you. But the fact that that's important information.
Hold on.
You got just laying around your house.
Hold on. So y'all think the prank phone call was bad?
Yeah.
Have y'all heard Nephew Tommy's prank calls?
That's
wait. Hold on. Have y'all heard his prank calls?
Of course.
He done played some real. It's like, damn, that's messed up.
Like,
No,
famous
I
people,
agree.
or-
But see,
I
Gates,
agree.
the
Hold on.
dynamics is different.
Right.
It's the shield involved, which is the NFL, and
Right.
the father
I
was
get
a
it.
coach of the NFL. So
I get that part of it. I'm talking
okay,
about
brother.
just the optics of it, the timing of it. It was cold, but that's the whole part of a prank call.
It was
True
so
that.
tacky. It was so tacky. And then his
That's the whole part of a prank
and then
call,
his
man.
apology speech.
Yeah.
We all know he didn't write that.
Yeah.
He did not write that.
ChatGPT wrote
Yeah.
that.
Look,
like-
that was the whole part of the prank call.
but it was just tacky.
A prank call. It
But
was
imagine
tacky.
but I'm not trying to bring race into it, but imagine if a black kid did that.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
I have to agree with
They
that.
gonna-
So that's
yeah.
why I said I know both being black and white. That's why I said
Yeah.
I'm white. I'm
Hey,
white.
but
I
he
know
did
both
the
sides.
prank call. The prank call was done more than to Shedeur. It's just that Shedeur is a
It was
higher
cold.
scale.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
The
It
look
was
on
cold.
him, because it was done to probably like 9, 10 other players, but
That- oh,
Shedeur
the-
just
the
happened to be
same
recording.
draft. But was it?
Hold up.
It
He
was
was
the
put
same.
it out
recording
there?
at the time that call came in. I looked at that on YouTube.
Mm.
Shedeur was recording. It was like the call coming through. Only people had that number was
Two
coaches.
people.
So he picked up
Two
the
people.
phone and the guy was like, "Hey, unfortunately,
You got to
you
wait
got
a
to
little
wait
longer.
Wait a little
later." And he
longer.
was like, "Later? He didn't understand. You should, if y'all didn't see it, the brother
I
was
saw
like
it.
in shock."
Yeah.
No, I saw it. No, it was cold. It was cold.
Yeah, it was tacky.
But I've heard a lot of tacky jokes, a lot of distasteful jokes, and we
Yeah.
laugh at it.
yeah.
Not
But this
on that
wasn't
big of
funny
a
though.
platform.
I heard
though.
abortion jokes and people. I done heard. Come on now.
But we've been on
We've
the
been a
But
little
see-
sensitive.
but
but
we've been on
see-
the rise. We-
Y'all want to
$40-50
coddle
million,
Shedeur too.
No,
But no,
it's not
I Gates, I get it. I look at your side too, but I get it. I mean, that information shouldn't have been privy to his son and allow him to get it. I can
Right.
get why the coach got in trouble behind that. But now
That's
if
like a slap on the wrist.
if he had something to do with it, yeah, he should be fired. But come on, man. I mean, that's his son. His son is in the house with him. I mean, damn. I mean, come on. He's got access to the whole entire house, you know? So I'm quite sure he got access to some of his dad's stuff that he may see in his office or whatever the case may be. Who knows? I don't know. But I felt as though the NFL handled it the right way.
Like you said, what if that was Shedeur's sister that did that
Mhm.
to somebody, another
Yeah.
player? Then it'd have been bigger.
It would've been
Yeah,
bigger.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
agree
think,
with
look,
that.
I mean, it was cold. I mean, that was a cold prank call. I'm not gonna lie.
It
I mean,
was, it
it
was.
was wrong. I'm not gonna lie. But I've heard a lot of distasteful jokes that's like, damn, ooh, you went there too early. You know, people say that was too early for that.
But this,
You know what I mean?
That's
On
the-
that
that's the-
platform.
Come on.
Yeah, that's the
man.
G. We've been on the Shedeur train. We didn't seen it. We've been waiting for him to get drafted. That's why we kind of say our emotions was involved.
Right,
Let's
real
keep it
quick.
real. Yeah.
Hey, I didn't heard nephew Tommy prank people about having a job. They was like, really? I got your job?
Man, he didn't
that?
prank the pastor.
Real
man.
quick,
He didn't prank
the pastors and all that. Hey, there you go. All right. So look, I Theo, before we jump into this, because we almost an hour in, we want to jump into this Shannon Sharpe thing, but I want to. What'd you say?
I said it's gonna be 5 hours
No,
long.
no,
yeah.
it's not.
Now
We've
you got
never
something
sat
else
for
I want to
5
talk about.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe. All right, we still talking about football today.
Real quick. Now we ain't gonna jump into the football. We just gonna talk about the dating game. How young can we go? He dropping $100 million bag. Like what is it? But I want to ask Theo real quick what he thought about the Shedeur Sanders thing. I want to get his take on it real quick. Then we gonna move.
Okay.
Before you go, Theo, how you doing, brother? How you feeling?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, OG?
What's happening? I'm a little late tonight, so I missed some of it. So if I repeat, I got a whole nother twist to the story.
Good.
Oh,
I say, how you feeling, brother? How you feeling, Theo? Theo, how you
First
feeling,
off,
man?
man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm moving. I went to work today. I'm moving.
Oh,
I got
okay.
a big
All right,
knock.
I got you. Go ahead, brother.
First off, we talk about the entertainers and quote unquote the Illuminati. Best believe the professional players do the same deal. Remember, Deion was okay on TV, but Deion really blew up Colorado after he put on that dress. Let's not forget that.
Right.
Deion was protecting his son. Huh?
Wait a minute, Theo. Wait a minute. When did this happen? I got to look this up. When did this happen? When did the dress get put on?
Was it a lip sync on with LL
Yeah, he
Cool
was on
J?
the show doing Like a Virgin.
Yeah,
He put the
Oh.
Dion put the dress on too.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Oh my
Yes.
God, man. Go ahead on. I'm sorry, OG.
So now let me finish. Understand, Deion was protecting his son not to go behind that wall. And guess what? Well, he wouldn't let them people get hold to him.
That's
To
why
be that
certain
number one pick,
people you can't
to
play
be
for.
that pick, you got to go behind that wall. Trust me. You just don't get 30, 40 million without taking it. You know what I'm saying? And another note, if Deion really wanted his son in the NFL, he should have took that Dallas Cowboy job and he could have drafted him. Correct, Tank?
The job wasn't open for Deion.
What you mean?
It wasn't
Jerry
open
was. They wink. He could have made waves to get into the NFL because he gonna bring people there. He gonna fill the stands. He might not have won. He could have came here to the Raiders, but he didn't. He wanted to stay in Colorado. He said he'll never want so. So he didn't let his son into the NFL. So we talk about LeBron. Deion should have did what LeBron did.
Maybe that's as far as he wants to take his son.
Come on, you really believe like you thinking like I know you're bringing up LeBron. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna move on from that. You think that's the right move? What LeBron done with his son and making his son look this bad? And you know for a fact LeBron's son is not NBA ready.
But he got 140 million. I don't give a damn what ready he is.
I get you. Okay, you look okay when you look at when you call it from that standpoint of view. I agree with you, brother.
And understand something. That young man will not be in the NBA, but he will move high up in the ranks in the executive office. He will, when his daddy get that team, his son gonna be right there. One of the owners, the GM or something, his son gonna have a position. Yes.
Okay. Interesting take. Very
Well, you know,
interesting.
Theo always gonna bring the other side. I wasn't thinking that way. I was thinking
Lakers
straight
in 5.
football. You know what I'm saying? I go there sometimes, but I was thinking football on what it was in that family because you got to look. Deion is who he is. This dude is known everywhere, and we seem to forget that. We want them, like I said. Remember they told the NBA players to shut up and just dribble.
Yeah,
you can't do that. You know you can't do that. See, there you go right there. Who put that up? G.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, see, he done that then, and that's when you got to remember when Deion done that, he was on a couple of shows, and he let the shows go, and then that's when he really got into the college football. You know what I'm saying? That's when he got at Jackson, and then
this prior to Jackson State.
Yeah.
Wow.
And let me
see. That's how they, like Theo said, that's how they build on that. You know what I'm saying? They got to start you somewhere. And now we got you. We got the hooks in you. Now we're gonna see how we can drag you along.
Wow.
Let me take a shot at Deion when everybody was talking about Archie Manning. Archie Manning been with that one woman for how long? Successful boys. Deion got 3, 4, 5 different kids.
Come out of college.
Kip, let him land it. Kip, go. Theo, finish what you were saying.
So what role model is Deion giving to the black young kids? You ain't married, you're dating, you got kids, different places and everywhere. So what really role model are you presenting for the family figure?
What Charles Barkley say, I'm not a role model. I play sports.
Charles Barkley been married to that same, I can't call her what I want to, woman.
White girl.
But he said he ain't a role model. Because I played.
Now ain't about Red. I said image. Come on, man. Listen to me, bro. Don't kill me.
You said role
model.
No,
I said image. What image? What image?
You ain't supposed to watch me for image. You ain't supposed to watch me for image. You're supposed to watch me for me coaching or me playing. Now, what I do at home, it ain't got nothing to do with sports.
Red, it's going to do that automatically.
Reg, I agree. I agree with OG on this one, though. I really do.
It's like if I'm running for president, I wish you would bring my business up. They ain't got nothing to do with you. We talking about just politics. You gonna talk about feeding terrorists with China? We can talk about that. But you talking about what I was doing in 1972 and behind the bakery? I got a problem with you.
Well, you gonna have a problem with it because they damn sure gonna bring it up.
I ain't never read it. I'll be like, hold on, take this mic off and let me go over here.
Well, check it out. Look. We wish Shedeur the best. His family best. Hopefully, I mean, like you said, hey, we'll see. The NFL season, August, September. So we'll see. We'll see then and see what happens. That's all we can do. Everybody has an opinion on it. It is what it is.
You said
Try to do it without name calling.
you said wishing millionaires the best, huh?
Huh?
You said you wish them the best millionaires.
What you mean?
You wish the millionaires the best. They good.
Yeah, but you
They
still
good. They
nah,
gonna be
but
all right.
they may not be happy. They may be millionaires, but may not be happy.
Yeah, it's a lot of
You know what I
unhappy
mean?
millionaires.
Well,
So
let me be
that
one of them.
don't-
Let me be one of them.
We talked about this.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
talked about this. Yeah.
I'll be around this
So let's jump into this. Shannon.
frowning and shopping.
Shannon Sharpe.
Shay,
Shannon Sharpe.
let me ask you.
I got you, Rich.
How young is too young? Because earlier you told me the age shouldn't matter when it comes to dating.
It doesn't matter as long as they're of age.
It does.
Hold on.
Oh,
As
go
long
ahead.
as they're of age, right? Now y'all could be stupid and date somebody younger than your children or the same age as your child. But I feel like age is just a number. You forget back in the day, our great grandparents got married at like what, 12, 13, 14?
Oh no.
Yes, had babies.
So what? So
Oh, my time.
This Shannon Sharpe. Let me ask y'all the panel. And I want to get y'all answer on the what's too young. Matter of fact, Noel, what do you think? Let me ask you first.
10 years.
You can't go
Wait.
10 years within.
I'm gonna take that back. Can I go back?
Well,
real
because I
quick?
just feel like I guess it's different. I feel like women are more mature,
mature?
than men. So when they're
Uh-huh.
dating a younger guy, it's just not
So
the
10
same.
years.
because we
10
just had
years
this,
age
We've
difference.
talked about
we just had
Drea.
this conversation.
10-year age difference.
We just had this conversation in
So what do you
Cali,
want to switch it to?
to where I said, now if that was me, my grandchild,
Where's the
and some
mama?
40-some-year-old, oh, we going
Right.
it's going
It's gonna be a
down.
problem.
He
Oh, yeah.
56.
What I'm saying is, I was talking about my
Drea.
grandson's 19,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Drea got homeboy when he was 19. She was already what, in her
40s.
40s?
No, she was in her 30s. She was in her 30s.
Even her 30s, late
Oh, yeah.
30s
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
What do you have
I
in
would
common
be-
with a 19-year-old?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
nothing in common, right? Now,
You don't
somebody
know that. They might like dominoes.
No.
they don't know.
Hey, the boys that were
They
at
had something in
USC
common.
You
that are
talking about the
19.
pizza of the game? G.
Yeah, no, they had something in common.
Yeah, they sure did.
They got
I
a baby.
personally would have a
They
problem.
got a baby.
Right.
That's right. They got a baby.
Yeah, that I would just have a problem with that.
Where's the
But
mama?
Where's
his
the
mom?
mama?
Yeah.
Exactly. We've talked about this a few times. But when
Well,
it
he's
comes
taking
to
care of his mom
Sharpe,
now.
dealing
Jalen
with
Green
it-
is taking care of his mom with that millions he got. So mama kind of back out whether you want to believe it or not. Everybody's not you,
I
Shay.
will never.
no.
Sit back.
I will
No.
never. Mama's
No.
still
No, I
gonna
ain't
be.
saying you two. I ain't saying you two. Because
But
this
that's
conversation
crazy.
is not just about you two.
Yeah.
It's about what
True.
what women may do that didn't have.
Yeah.
True.
So
I'm always in the ear. Am I not in the ear? Watch these girls. They're waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mhm.
They
Let's
see
not
you
let's
before.
not
They
let's
see
not
you.
steer too far
They
off.
see you.
Right.
They saw homegirl. Okay, let's go to Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, let's keep it
She
right,
saw
right
him
in that
before he saw
wheelhouse.
She peeped him out at the gym before he even noticed
So you
her.
think it was a
I also
setup?
think it was this too.
What
Yeah.
you mean?
What you mean?
Race.
You think she purposely and he purposely? What you mean?
No, like race. Like I tell my son, even though I'm half white, I tell him like it's just different when you're dating someone of color, like girls of color compared to snow bunnies or white girls. So I think
What do you mean? Elaborate. What do you mean? This difference? What do you mean? I want to.
Yeah, them snow bunnies be looking good at times though. Some of them.
Y'all need to stop. They might look
It's
good,
different.
but they're the devil.
They grow up
Kip, they
differently.
gonna
It's a
clip that.
different, it's a different culture. Me and Shay saw
Yeah.
saw that Derek got on us for being mean to her, but it's
Yeah.
just different. It's different.
It is different.
So I think that if he was maybe dating someone of color, it wouldn't have went down how it went either.
I'm gonna say
don't know.
this. I'm gonna say this. Shay 100% right. If Shannon Sharpe, let's keep it real.
And
He's not the handsomest dude y'all ever seen.
At all. And the way
So if she seen him coming, so she knew who he was at the gym. He was an average Joe at the gym. He don't get that 20-year-old.
and even if she didn't know who he was,
she knew.
right off.
knew.
I mean, right off the gate. If she
Yeah.
didn't know off the gate, she
hit
found out.
Instagram, Yeah.
she found out who he was.
Yeah,
She saw him and she made him notice her.
because
right?
everybody's shaking his hand in the gym and all that
Mhm.
because they know who he is, and she's like, "Who is that guy?" Yeah.
Exactly. And then the thing with, so she's young and very immature.
Yeah.
And I feel like this whole time that you hear the conversations about what was it, 25,000 a cheek,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So Obviously, he's giving her money. He's been giving her money.
But I feel like if she was smart, she should have waited till he got signed and then.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what I believe.
Hold
happened.
on, real quick.
What was 25?
Hold on. We got to remember our panel. We got to let them jump in. We don't want to. We want to get their first take on it. Then then we gonna jump into what you think happened and all that.
I was trying to say what was 25,000. She got it. I didn't know.
I
you didn't get that.
Was it her
Hold on, real quick. Yeah, that's what she was. So I want to get Tank's and Theo's initial reaction, initial statement when it comes to this. Theo, go ahead.
I go first, Theo.
Okay, go ahead.
Like I say, the age. For one, she was, like I say, he got kids way older than her.
Mm-hmm.
So he should have never been there anyway. Like I say, and then the age should have been, like I say, he got told by Monique on that show. He got told by Cat Williams on that show. But this stuff was already going on, and now here it is, it's coming out. You mess with these babies, you know what I'm saying? That's a baby, and like I say, she's easily manipulated. They say it might be, not sure, but what I've been looking at, who's behind the scenes that pushed her to do what she did?
Yeah.
That 100 million. The 100 million he's about to get signed to?
Her pimp.
I agree.
So you know what I'm saying? You mess with you messing with a baby, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, her mind ain't totally developed where she's mature. She's not that mature to be on that level, but somebody schooled her on the game how to get that loot. And like I say, you asked for $50 million. It was 10 million, but then she turned around and said 50 million.
Yeah, he wanted to settle settle with her for that 10 million.
Yeah.
So I can get more now.
Yeah, good take on that, my friend. Good take on that.
Theo, then we're gonna go to you, Kip.
Man, everybody missed the whole damn point with Shannon Sharpe.
Oh God.
Well, I know where you're going, Theo. You're right. I missed that, but
Shannon Sharpe.
Click it.
No, Shannon Sharpe got 3 black kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm tired of child support. I'm tired of dealing with y'all, and I'm going over here to play in the snow. And just so happened, I popped one of them Rose Sparks at the gym, and this little young thing was flirting with me. Bottom line.
That's it? In the story?
That's it. I don't think that's it. I forgot he was hide. He's probably trying to hide because when he did the stuff on Instagram, they've been saying he's gay, and then all of a sudden it takes a lot to get an Instagram live and lay your goddamn phone down.
Mm-hmm.
So
but
it ain't just threw it down and it popped on while he was all of a sudden having sex. That was after the gay rumors.
Right, he did that on purpose.
Yeah,
celebrities work their social media, so he quote unquote found her on OnlyFans. Man, come on, man. He tired of dealing with women. That's what it is. He could have got a little older. Yeah, he got tired of. He could have got a little older one, but yeah, I ain't dealing with y'all no more. Bottom line, been on child support for how long? Oh no, hell no.
Well, he finished with them kids grown. They in their 30s.
Yeah, they in their 30s.
Tank, that scar still hurt, man. That scar still.
I can't do nothing about mine.
Yeah, me either.
What you got, Kip? What you got?
Yeah, me either. I can't do nothing about them child support scars either. Shit, they cut deep. But no, I kind of agree with OG a little bit. He kind of may have gotten tired of because he wasn't dealing we're not talking about just he got just tired of black women because he was dating older white women before. Because I seen him with a couple older white women that he had dated, and he said he wasn't dating them no more. And I just think that we just saying, man, I'm just tired of these old women, and just decided to go younger. Now, would I go that young? No, I wouldn't go that young. But I mean, hey,
Kip, it is what it is. Kip, so because I've heard you say you like younger women. How young is too young for you? How young will you go?
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Now, I'm 54. The lady that I'm dating now, she's 40. So, but I have dated when I was 46. I did date someone who was 26.
We got him.
So
what was it? What was it? How
did she? Whoa, back up. Whoa, say that again. Whoa, you was 46 and she was 26.
Yeah.
So how did she get you?
Say that again.
How did she get you?
I had a lot in common. I mean, I was a mature woman. She had a kid, and she's a mature woman. We had a lot in common. A lot of things we like to do together. And I ain't just talking about just sex. I ain't just talking about there's a lot of things we did together.
Theo,
That was
Theo, he's saying they should go go skating together with the shoes that light up. That's what they like to do.
Wait,
I'm just messing with you, kid.
but hold on, the music. Did you guys enjoy the same music? Did
Oh
she?
yeah, of course.
What was
Yeah,
your
yeah.
favorite?
Yeah.
Drake, or was it
Chris Brown.
Right.
I mean, all kinds of music. She was into she was able to pick up on some music that was in the 70s and the 80s. She wasn't, I mean, she wasn't, born doing some of that music, but she pick up on it. Yeah. But I still like listening to, music. I still try to stay up to date. So I still like listening to music that's current,
Right.
Not saying that I like all of it, but
Yes, Tori. I think we all heard the Michelle recordings. I definitely think it was fake. It probably wasn't no Michelle in there. It just probably. I need to put this video out. This recording.
I think there was
You
Michelle.
know.
And they're growling.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
But I do feel like
Who yells a woman's name that long, that many times? He was trying to make sure they hear Michelle.
facts.
Michelle.
But I do feel like
Could not been nothing up in there.
It could have been Michael in there.
Could have been a zonk up in there.
I just don't understand how nobody why is this a big thing? Like it's clear that she set him up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with.
Records a conversation.
That's what I was
Well, maybe she just got tired and I'm tired of him abusing me verbally. I'm talking about like verbally, maybe.
Nah,
You know what I mean? I'm not
I-
saying he was beating her or nothing like that. I'm talking about maybe verbally or manipulating or something. I mean, she's like, I'm tired. I'm about to get this
you
bag.
can tell by things that were being said.
Well, what about the choking? What about the choking incident?
That's what I was going to
Now,
say.
now, if she was choked, there should be some bruises.
No, Kip, you know how you
Not like
you
that.
know how you tell a girl, when I see you, I'm gonna choke shit out you, just joking around. That's what I think he was doing.
Yeah.
But now when she talked to him on that phone, she did say about choking. He said, "Yeah, I'll choke you in public." So I don't know.
Role play. I think it was a role play. Like
You think it was a role play? Okay,
Yeah.
all right then.
If you listen,
That was
it was a
part
role
of
play.
it.
I ain't never really wanted to see nobody's sex tape, but for some reason I want to see that one.
No,
All it was a setup.
they gonna clip. Hey, G Gates, they gonna clip that G Gates. I'm gonna hear that over another sector. They gonna clip it.
Hold on. I think he got off because when he says a big black guy, I think he got off of that a big black man doing something to this little white girl.
But also, she should have
It
known
was
her
role
role
play.
as well. If he's paying you, you know what I
That
mean.
part, she just
Shut
messed
up
her
and
bag
dribble the
up.
ball. Shut up
She
and
messed
dribble
her
the
whole
ball.
bag up.
Look, because when
Whole
Shannon came out and put out his statement, when his public service announcement,
Yeah.
he talking about he only gonna put like a 10-second tape out. Like, what I would have heard just what they were saying, what she said to him, that's all.
Right.
I want to see that. I want to hear that 10 seconds. I ain't got to see it. I want to hear that 10 seconds.
And I
For 10
guarantee
Because he
minutes.
nervous about that 10 seconds.
no, he said play it.
No,
he did. He said play it.
They say play the whole 10 minutes.
He said the lawyer was only going to put out like this 10-second or whatever. He said Sharpe said put out the whole thing. That's what Shannon Sharpe said.
that don't
Play-
matter.
He said play the whole thing.
If he beat her, if he did
No,
something wrong in
so-
that 10 seconds, that's all that matters.
I think what he's saying is if you play the whole thing, you would clearly see
We're in a
it was this
relationship
whole
and
like
that's-
sex game.
Oh no, I get it.
And my thing is, okay, he tried to settle for 10 million because he was just want to say hush hush, right?
Five.
It was a fight, whatever. So now she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. But I could get more. I feel like she tried to pull a Cassie like Cassie did Diddy. Oh, he's gonna pay me. And it didn't go down like
Don't
that.
bring up Cassie.
Okay, let's think about this. Shannon Sharpe had a situation here in Atlanta where he's actually had charges on him with an incident about choking another woman, and that's out. They pulled the files on that.
So sex choke
Oh,
or just choke?
No, I don't know. They said it was something about playing in the office or something to that degree, where he, choked a woman or something like that. I don't know, something to that degree. But he had a case on that.
And that's why he got fired from Fox, right? Or got let go from Fox, right? Or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, it was some to that degree.
So if he was abusing her, right?
Mhm.
He lives in Nevada, why does she follow behind? Why
The
did she-
money, the money, the money. She knew she had a sucker.
Exactly.
Let
And
me-
she thought she was gonna get paid big. Now she Girl, you done messed up.
I need Shannon.
Rosalind.
Just sit back and be
I won't say
quiet.
nothing.
Rosalind, why do you want to see the sex tape? And Shay, I want you to tell the audience what you told me earlier on the phone about. Nah, you ain't gonna do that.
We ain't gonna speak.
Okay, all right. Just want to
Say
make
it.
sure.
Okay, what's the status on the $100 million deal? What's the status on that?
I think it's gone. I think
It's gone, Red. They say it's gone, man. They say it's
Exactly.
gone. Now that's what I heard. Now
She thought he was gonna pay her because he was about to get that money. Now she done messed it up for both of them.
Damn.
That's just
But
my
y'all
thought.
got to remember that attorney, y'all. Let's talk about the. I want to sound like Albert Murray.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the dead horse. The man went after Jay-Z, went after
Right.
Sean Watson and Shannon Sharpe. You understand? And also, who pimping that girl? That wasn't her first rodeo. That was not her first rodeo.
okay, that may not be OG, but think about this. Only way we don't find out is her first rodeo. It wasn't her first rodeo. Somebody got to come out and talk about that.
Exactly.
right. Somebody definitely has to bring that out.
And then you got to remember, it's been tapes out there. What's the young fella name? The bright skinned cat was talking about Shaq. You know, Shaq and Shannon got beat,
Facts.
and they go way back behind the female. So Shaq wanted all of them to accidentally leak out.
There's something that came out that said Shaq put some money on it.
Facts. They say Shaq put some money out saying to get some information. Now that's what I heard.
What was it? What's the light skinned fella on All the Smoke? He had the video.
Oh, Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah. That's who it was.
It goes back with Derek Thomas, Shannon. It goes way back. So,
Yeah, I think they said when Kobe was living, Kobe would allow Derek Fish at his house.
Yeah.
So these young girls dating these older guys. That interview with Belichick.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend is 24.
He's 72.
And he's 73.
73. That's
and she acted like she was running the show.
Yeah.
She
got a
said,
spot.
that's what I'm saying. So how was that? How was she? Do you guys feel like it was very disrespectful for her to just jump in on the interview and say what he's not going to
I didn't
answer?
see it. I can't speak.
Yeah, you gotta kind of about because people probably didn't see it. Everybody didn't see it. So kind of a quick synopsis. Hold on, let her give a quick synopsis. Kind of what happened.
So he did this. I think it was like Good Morning, or it was some early morning interview, and during the process of the interview, it was asked how did they meet, and she just sitting way back here, not up here.
She wasn't even in the camera view.
Like she was back here, and she said, "We're not answering that question."
She running it.
Yeah.
Like, how are you running it from the side?
Hey,
You know?
she's her. She's the spokesperson. No, we're not answering that.
And then I guess
sometimes as older men, we need that.
And now he has
keep us out of trouble.
He has an Instagram page.
Could have been like
Time out. Please, time out. We talking Shannon Sharpe, but she 21 and he's 72. What about Hugh Hefner?
Yeah.
But what about Hugh Hefner and all these little young play girls? We study bash our own. It's wrong. Don't get me. But this person here, Belichick, Hugh Hefner, they all mess with these 18, 19-year-old girls.
What? Don't leave out Elvis.
But Belichick girls,
she knows she
smart.
could do that.
She knows.
Shannon Sharpe said, "No, you will never."
Exactly.
You won't. Have
Shannon Sharpe. I don't think we bashing him.
Yeah.
I didn't say. I just said what I wouldn't do. I've dated a woman who's 20 years younger than me. So
right. So I don't think we bashing him. It just
we talk about not us in particular, but everybody. YouTube is talking about him. But you ain't talking about Belichick.
You know why though?
Because he dropped the bag.
Well, hold on.
But Belichick ain't lost the bag though. OG, he ain't lost the bag. He ain't got it.
I'm talking about that age difference.
I got you.
The problem with Shannon Sharpe is he sat there. I can't think of the comedian's name. He sat there and talked about this. It wasn't Cat. He talked about this guy dating a younger chick who was 23. He just like clowned him, and the whole time you're doing the same thing.
Hypocritical.
That's why he catching hell right now.
So that's
that's why he catching hell. Why he catching hell? Because he was being a hypocrite, Tank, or what?
Yeah, I mean, you just look at him. I mean, that's why I said I go back to his shows. He talked about everybody. You got to watch a lot of his shows. He talk about
Fact.
that shit with other people. Now here it is, like you say, behind closed doors. You doing the same thing. Now your shit is out there, and they got you on fire, partner.
Facts.
And they not finna let up on them. We ain't finna give you this $100 million that you was finna get. You know what I'm saying? And all the other money. Only thing he doing right now is nightcap. Him and one brother Chad.
Yeah.
So that's all he's doing. So he's still making his money there because that's kind of like you can go on and do that on your own.
But now do you remember Tank when Chad was going through his thing with his girlfriend, his fiance, and they broke up? Shannon was giving him the blues, man, about dating a woman and things like that, and what the lady did to him and stuff like that. He was kind of hard on Chad. Chad was kind of heartbroken behind that, man, because he really wanted to get married and things like that, and it didn't happen to
money. I mean, we could be going somewhere else, but she wanted, if they got divorced, she wanted a whole bunch. So, like I said,
I get it. Yeah, I get it, but it is what it is, man.
And obviously, it must be kind of known for Monique to say what she said. She was telling him. He didn't listen.
He's got to move, man. I think, like you say, man, if you, I don't necessarily think it's anything. Like I say, I'm being like, man, if I was single, I think the youngest I would go at 54 years old is 30. I think that's the youngest I could probably go. You know what I mean? It's like 9, 19, you know what I mean?
In the 20s.
But like you say, if you're gonna date younger, if you got money, if you're a public figure, you just got to move careful because there are people out there that you are a target. That's a mark. We got a mark. We found one. We got him one. So, like Theo or somebody was saying, she may have a handle or a pimp or something like that. I'm not saying she do, but hey, go get him.
She was herself.
They out there. So Kip, be careful.
No, man. I live with somebody now, man. We ain't married, but man. But see, that's a difference, man. That's a difference. I'm not out there looking for nothing, Gates. I ain't looking for nothing but my truck in the morning time. That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for my
like Shay said, she seen you coming a mile away, bro.
Oh yeah. Wait, didn't y'all tell me about
you talking about Lady Snoop? You talking about you headed to LA to see Lady Snoop and all that?
Oh, hey, look here, Gates. See, look, Gates, and look here, and we were still able to talk behind the scenes. I would have filled you in on all that.
I might call you, man. I might give you a call. I had to take a break. Kip ain't gonna keep on dragging me in this shit. Cause matter of fact, I might need to call you.
Hey man, so this is the thing, man. You fumble the bag, man. $100 million don't come by you every day, man.
That part,
right? I mean,
wait a minute, Reg.
Yeah,
we gonna get that money,
huh?
Yeah, he's willing. He's willing to go behind the door. He don't prove it. Yeah. But gonna get it.
But OG, I don't think he gonna get that again, man. I don't think he gonna get it.
He's gonna get it. Trust me. Next year he's gonna get it because they want to give him a late night TV. They want to give him a late night TV show. So that people got that put up. Once he go to mass and tell him I'm sorry, this and that, and they play his little tricks on him. Now come on back out. We're gonna build you back up.
That's a possibility. Well, I tell you what. I did hear some stuff today when I know I'm not trying to change the subject, but kind of like still in the realm here. That thing come out about Brent Favre and his mess that he had going on when he was playing with the New York Jets with the woman that he was sending racy text messages to, and they went way back on MySpace. They had to put on MySpace accounts on him.
I don't get all that. Why is everybody so into other people's business? What's being said, what's being done behind closed doors?
That's what we do.
They say when you in the limelight, you're in the limelight.
But the thing is, nobody cares what you do behind closed doors. What I do, what you do.
Yeah,
because you're nobody.
We ain't rich and famous.
Yeah, there you go.
Nobody knows.
I mean, we somebody, but you're nobody. You got to remember that. Like, if you ain't got that bag, you ain't nobody. And like I said, if you move up in the ranks at that job, you become an asshole to somebody. And I can use myself. When I was at Republic Services, Silver State, as I done things, I became this other person with taking money. I mean, there's all kind of shit but And that's one individual moving up, seeing like he's doing something different, but he's not. But people gonna go there. So we gotta attack somebody. Who can we attack? That's him. He on the top right now. Let's throw them rocks at him and knock him down.
Facts.
And that's all it is. I'm gonna knock him off the top so I can get there.
Yep.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
Envy.
Yeah. That's what it is. Sometimes it be that way.
No, it's that way all the time. Anybody at the top, somebody knocking at them every
Can I
time.
leave one of my rants?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we got a segment. I'm gonna get like a little. We got 5 minutes left, man. So we got a segment we're gonna be calling Reggie's Rants. Oh, you know his nickname was the Fussy Fucker back in the day.
Was it really?
That's my cousin calling that bullshit.
But we changed it. So this is called Reggie's Rant. Well, I have no idea what he gonna talk about, but we gonna let him rant, and then we gonna give our opinion on it, and then we gonna close it out.
It's a two-parter too.
Uh-oh,
First part of it, ladies, I'm trying to help y'all out. If a man fly you into another state, and Shay, let me finish.
Let him finish.
So you should, if a man fly you into another state, don't get upset when he asks you for something, because he ain't flying you over there just to show you the world. Shay, that's number one. And number two, on top of that, if a man take you out to dinner, y'all just meeting, don't tell him you need to buy me something for my son at home because he hungry too. No.
Oh, that's
crazy.
Repeat that, Reg. What'd you say? If he what?
If a man takes you out to dinner, y'all just meeting, and y'all having a good dinner. Then she said, "Well, can you buy my son at home something? He hungry too."
What's wrong with that?
I'm not responsible for your son at home.
So crazy.
What do y'all think about? Hold on. First of all, hold on.
Thank you, Shay.
Wait. Hold on. Let's start with the first one.
Yeah.
Let him finish his rant.
Huh? I thought he was done.
No, that's it.
Okay, if he flies you out,
He's
don't
done.
be mad if he asks for some.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you're going to meet someone, right?
We about to yeah.
But I'm pretty sure she want to give it up anyway, right? Why would she jump on that plane?
They be saying you flew me in here. You thought I ain't coming to give you nothing. I come to see Atlanta.
I could fly to Atlanta myself.
But you didn't. He paid, so.
And evidently, I wanted to go see him and spend time with him. Right?
Well, you
Am I
do.
wrong?
You do, but you see them. You must ain't seen them videos.
Noelle?
I would say I would have to establish what is expected, because I can pay for my flight. I'll meet you there.
That's a good one, but
you know what I mean?
If it's not said, it should be what ain't said should be
said.
So would you go on a cruise? So would you go on a cruise? Would you like if a guy invited you on a cruise? Would you go? And with what Reggie said, you know it's going down if you come on this cruise.
Okay, first of all,
I wouldn't go then.
You wouldn't go
on his dime, though.
Well, hold on. It depends if we're talking.
Yeah, true.
We're talking, right?
We ain't really talking. No.
But
we ain't talking. I said you want to go. We ain't talking. Yeah, you want to cruise?
Nah.
But going on a cruise with somebody I really don't know, I don't know, because y'all might not ever.
You know him a little bit. You know him a little bit.
Yeah, but
Well, then let's
end up out in the ocean somewhere, never to be seen again.
No, you going on?
That's a perfect. That's a perfect murder.
All right, panel, Kip, Tank, Theo, you got to add to that first question.
Yeah, lead that conversation on what it was, flying them out, because the cruise took it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flying them out, like I say, that woman she already know what's going down. This cat ain't flying you out, and then like I say, you get there, you stand with him. If you stand with him, because now we throwing ifs in there just like the cruise. So you flying him out, you coming to get down. You can say what you want to say.
Him out?
Huh?
Did you say flying him out?
No, her out. If you flying the woman out.
You said him though. Was that a Freudian slip? No, I'm messing with you, Tank. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
He talking about Shannon getting flew out.
but you understand what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna fly you out. We've been talking for a month back and forth on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You met however you met, but I'm gonna fly you out. Come on out and we're gonna have a good time.
Theo?
That's gotta be, you gotta be yes or no on that, because if you go, you're dealing with something. You feel you got to know them a little bit conversation wise, but that's
you know what? Tank, let me ask you, are you buying the kids food?
No. No.
Why not, man? It's like $8, man. Get a little Happy Meal or something like that.
No. Why
I don't believe y'all.
Now, if you get to the point I meet the child, we can all go have dinner together.
Thank
But
you.
just to give you something, just to give you something to go buy the kids something, buy the kids.
I say that because first thing, I can't meet your kid, but I can feed your kid.
Right.
Come on.
Fact.
I'm not buying that. Look, hold on. Then we're gonna go to Kip. I'm just not buying y'all. Not buying them kids no food because if y'all trying to get them draws, you gonna be like, oh yeah, man, I pay this little $10 for
But
them.
what female would even ask? That's so ghetto. That is so ghetto.
It might be a ghetto chick. It might be a ghetto chick.
The whole conversation.
Theo, go ahead, bro. And then we're gonna go to Kip. We'll get out of here. We got to get out of here.
Hey, I'm with Reg on this one, man. I ain't feeding them damn kids.
And what does that say about a female who didn't feed her kids?
Well, why are you dating and you? Yeah.
Forget the kids, forget the kids. That's what I said. Forget
Come on, man. Come on, F them kids. And now, first thing first, I'm flying somewhere. Oh yeah. I'm getting them. Hey, I'm getting them roast sparks. And yeah, it's Mr. Nasty time.
Kip, what do you say?
Kip, what you got, bro?
Well, I'll say, if the meal, I think the kids got to be fed. I don't think she gonna be too happy. Them kids say, "Hey, man."
She should have fed them kids before she left home.
Thank you.
Kip, y'all didn't finish eating. So before they
That's flight gonna be messed up, man. That flight gonna be messed up.
No, Kip. Let me put it for you. Y'all done finished eating. Y'all about to go home. You're separate ways. But before the check comes, she said, "Can you order me a number 3 and a number 6 for my kids?" You going home, bro? You ain't gonna go to her house. You mad? You paying?
Yeah, I might do that, but I don't know about a second time around with all that, because that might be too much for me. I just might say, okay, I handle that, and it might not be a second time around with that though. You ain't really second time do me like that.
Yeah, what you doing? You trying to put a down payment on the booty? That's what you trying to do.
No, not really. Sometimes you do that to just get rid of them. Like, okay, look, I just wash my hands with that shit. I'm done with it. Okay, I bought the Happy Meal. I'm done with this relationship here. I'm done with this crap. I'm out.
Kip, Noel said you're the one who's gonna fly him out too. No booty expectations.
Oh no, I don't know about all that now. I don't know. It just depends on how the conversation go. I don't know. Come on, but we know. Look, okay, now, ladies, y'all know this now. Look, we speaking from a heterosexual point of view here. Now, we know what two grown folks do when they get together, man and woman, what they do when they're attracted to each other. Come on now. There it is. So now you already know, flying out to go see a heterosexual man, you already know what time it is. It's a possibility that might go down.
Yeah.
If you don't want it to go down, don't go.
There it is. That's what I'm saying. Just that simple.
Twist. She wants you to feed the kids. Well, I got this food stamp card. Let's go grocery shopping.
Boy, y'all, look here, OG, you cannot leave them kids out, man.
Hey, Theo, hold on, I didn't hear you. Say it again, Theo.
Yeah, you broke up, Theo. You said a food stamp card.
I said, hey, quick. She want me to feed the kids. I got this food stamp card. Now let's go shopping. Let's see how you get out in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
She want to see if I can cook.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right, OG.
I think he said he got the food stamp
card. Yeah. I heard it.
I got the food stamp card. Let's go shopping. Now let's see if you can make homemade gravy. Yeah.
Well, Theo, you ain't going on that day because I'm gonna try to buy that card from you.
and then, hold on, and then you dealing with a female who has like teenage. That's my Happy Meals.
Right.
Yeah.
Because your household, that's steaks. Yeah. There you go.
Look, man, it's been a great live. We appreciate everybody that joined, everybody that was in the live chat. We appreciate everybody that's gonna catch the replay. All I'm gonna say, man, buy the Happy Meal, man. And fly Don't look. You can fly somebody out, but it got to be like maybe $100 round trip tickets. Ain't be no
What you gonna fly in? What you gonna fly in? $100 round trip. When are they gonna fly in $100? GJ, what they gonna fly in, man?
Me and Savante went to Colorado football game when they played USC a couple years ago. The round trip ticket was like $70-$80. You can find them.
Oh, what? What you was on? Oh man, look, I don't mess with all them kind of cheap tickets like that, man. I'm playing to fall apart in midair, man.
Southwest want to get away.
Yes, they Southwest want to get away.
One of the wings might fly off soon and take off.
Hey man, but look, Noel, we appreciate you joining us. When you're back in town, you're free to come anytime. Tank, appreciate you joining us. You know you're welcome in studio. Anytime. Kip, we always appreciate you, and I'm definitely gonna call you because I want to tell you something.
All right, brother. All right.
And this is something y'all wouldn't even understand what we talking about.
No, this way. Reg got a little bit inside.
Maybe it's very, very little. Theo, appreciate you once again. And Theo, I want you to stay on. Don't click off. Shay, Reg, as usual, you guys want to leave them with something?
Yeah, man, be careful. The people's out there to get you. Shannon Sharpe, it shows if you got money, especially. So be safe.
I'm gonna say if she's asking to buy Happy Meals or number 2s and 3s, let her go. Let her go. She's not.
Let her go.
She feed them babies before she left.
Right.
That's a horrible mama.
I think y'all just saying that because y'all older now. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely wasn't gonna
Where's
do it
y'all
younger.
heart?
Yeah.
Where's y'all heart?
I definitely wasn't gonna do it younger.
Where is y'all heart at, man? But thanks, we'll see you guys next week, man. Wednesday,
Gates, another winner, man. It was a great show, man. I tell you, I had a good time of the night. Ladies, y'all take care. Guys, it's my pleasure. And I'll catch you guys on another round, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for joining, man. Adding to the conversation. Appreciate y'all. Well, all right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Be safe, man. Be happy. Be careful. Like Red said, they out to get you. Vegas Live Podcast. Peace.
You say fight on.
You say fight on.
Nobody's never.
We hope you enjoyed exploring the vibrant and exciting topics of Vegas Live with us today. If you want to stay up to date on all things Vegas, be sure to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on social media. And if you have any suggestions for future episodes or guests, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Vegas Live. Remember, what happens in Vegas becomes contagious.
Michelle, you lucky we didn't see that comment before we ended this live.
She said you ain't 54.
Who said that?
Michelle.
If a dude invites me, what she said?
She said, no, she texted me. She said you must be lying. You ain't.
Oh, peace out. Holla at y'all.